Hello everybody, Forrest Montes here. Today this is a short video about this like knife comparison to Alaris. So which another knives in my collection are somehow close to the Alaris made by Fobos, and I'll tell you the reasons. I'm here in my cabin for the second time this week, but I have plenty what to do here, plenty of work, so I had no time. My idea was to do some like short test with every single of them compared to the Alaris on the same let's say piece of wood or something like that, but I have no time for that, so I'm sorry about that. So I will show you now some knife next to each other, and I'll tell you why I think about the Alaris, why the Alaris are, let's say, close to that. And there will be another video after this one, which I will choose some of those knives which I'll show you here, and there will be some real few tasks, some cutting, chopping, and these things side by side with the Alaris. So let's start. What I mentioned in the room was this Extrema Ratio shrapnel 1. I told you mostly because of the grind here. I mean, the long grind here, long grind here. Even this is full flat, and this is saber or high saber grind. 6.3 millimeters in thickness. This is 5.1 and 690 CPM 3V. So see that real edge, you might see the real edge difference, and the length of the handle. I like it. Another knife which somebody could call it, this is like tactical chef's knife or kitchen knife in the field or something like that. I like very like this design. Even the handle, this is in my collection. I'm thinking now, yes, there are the few knives with the Kraton handle, SOG and cold steel, with a kind of plastic handle like this one. Otherwise there is micarta, G10, and these things. No wood handle in my collection, as I remember. So very comfortable, very, I would say, friendly. No cold, not hot, something like that. So this is great. So that's why I choose. So two kind of tactical camp around kitchen knives. I mean chef's knife. Sorry, chef's knife is better to say. Of course, for tactical using, this is more friendly, thanks to the pronounced tip. And 690. If this will be made of CPM 3V, oh guys, that will be really game changer. That will be a game changer. Okay, next, very close, is that Silent Hero, which I had not in my room. Silent Hero, and again 4.8 millimeters thickness, 5.1, so similar thickness. I believe this is 3/16. This is 0.19 or 0.2 of an inch, the Alaris. If this is broad blade, this is even more. See the real edge length, something like this one. This could be said that Silent Hero is about 1 inch longer blade. So okay, edged, because it should be about edge, but much longer blade, even 1 inch more if I put them like where the handle scales finishes. So it means like, okay, this is the end of the handle, and of course the long grind. This is still not the original edge, but or factory edge, very close, because I've used just steel or some and those sharpening rods, I can't remember now, ceramic rods for that one. Otherwise it's still the original edge, mostly original, I would say. Very slicey. Again, another knife made of CPM 3V, superior. 1095 is alright guys, but let's move. 58 HRC on CPM 3V, 58 HRC on 1095. What do you want to compare? So, and too thin handle. Even with this tape wrapping, this is better. For comfort, in hand. This is very comfortable handle, guys, there's no doubt. Just let's say 5 mm overall thickness more, and it's great. This one is absolutely fine for that. So that's why the long grind, some kind of hunting, it could be chef's knife, because thanks to the long grind, it's very good for slicing, cutting. Excellent knife, I like it. Now let's move to those short ones. Sorry, don't forget, so don't worry about that. I'm sitting on a bench which is not really stable, but it's all right. Okay, I could have more of blades here. So one of them, I'll start with this, that Charon, sorry about that, Charon. I told you why. This is the closest knife to the Alaris in everything you can imagine. The Alaris has a slightly longer handle, but not really much. What's different is this one, and here it is not. And this one will be definitely in that use comparison with this Alaris, and I got something to tell you about that now, but I will not, because it will be better to do it in there. Anyway, this is the closest to the Alaris I've got here. This is Alaris has 5-inch blade. Tops Bootlegger number 2. There's a number 1 without those teeth. So why is here? Because 5 inches blade. Fobos ALARIS 5 inches blade. So these should be the same, and you might see that they are generally, but you feel same as me that this is not really comparable knife to this one. So 5 inches blade, it doesn't mean it could be comparable with this knife, because it's different. That's why I don't have here Lion Steel M5 or Entrek Bravo, which I have, because they are 11.9 centimeters, so very close to 5 inches, 4.8 or something like that. So they could be here, but they are shorter in blade, and they are much lighter, same as this one. They are sub 300 grams. The Alaris is 316 grams, and as I remember, Lion Steel M5 is 260. That's too much for the. It's shorter and much lighter, so that's why they are not here, because those are for different purpose. That's why this Warcraft Tanto, made by Cold Steel, CPM 3V, same. See, nice 5 inches blade. But yeah, I do like this knife. Again, that's why I've made this one thicker, because without these red liners it will be even thinner. So now it's simply a better feel in hand, so not so thin. What I add here, so I remove this one and I can use this one. It's very sharp. It's very sharp now. Just this part for ferro rods and scraping materials. It doesn't make, how to say that, it doesn't make this knife, yes, probably it doesn't make this knife weak, probably this one. So this is but different kinds. So again, this one will be not in that chopping on these thing comparison. Why? Because it's much lighter. But in general, 5 millimeters, by the way. So these are side by side comparable, but this is much wider, and thanks to that, heavier. Now we've got something. The first, when I saw this one, was the Fobos T3 came to my mind, because thanks to the broad or thick, not really thick. This is the same thickness, but broad blade. This could be very close in mind, like wide blade for chopping and these things, kind of, you know, trucker feeling, but you know, take it in quotes, it's not really trucker feeling. But actually it's wrong. This T3 trucker is a bit longer, so have a look for that handle length only. Now it's generally the same, and if you are looking on that blade length, is slightly longer on that T3 trucker. 5 inches blade, this is 5.5 inches blade. Point of balance is, as I said, it's where those scales ends. So on this board, on the like that, there is the, so it's like somewhere here. So when you hold it, it goes a bit forward immediately, which is great for a chopper, right? So this is what I want. Important. Another important thing is this is 370, I believe 370 grams. So about 2 ounces heavier than this one. And by the way, I haven't shown you, I believe, the point of balance is here. So it's more, it's, okay, let's say it is somewhere here. So the T3 got the point of balance here, and this one here. This is 2 ounces lighter and is shorter. So that's why comparing with T3 tracker is not good. Similar like with, let's say, Lion Steel M5, that will be that kind of mistake. But very close to that is surprisingly T2. This is 5 inches blade. Usually people forget that the T2 is 5 inches blade, 3/16, so very close thickness. But now the T2 tracker starts to be kind of small, right? In all dimensions, it's shorter. Even the 5 inches is still 5 inches. It should be like that, but as we might see, the Alaris, so yeah, this the Fobos Alaris looks like a bit longer in blade, but it shouldn't be. It's 5 inches blade, so I don't know how is that possible. I'll try to put the scales like that. See, the Alaris is slightly longer. I don't know why. And talking about the ends, so handles, there is nice 1 inch long. But to compare it with this one, it's close than T3. Why? It should be 5 inches blade. Should be. It's in description. The weight of that is, sometimes I left it on that. You definitely remember I got some numbers on that. Okay, I don't have it here, but anyway, it's about 260, 280, somewhere like that. So it's about 1.5 ounce lighter than the Alaris, but that one, the T3, is over 2 ounces heavier than Alaris, and this one should have the same blade length. The T3 should have about ½ inch longer blade. So in this measurement, the T2 is more close to the Alaris. So to compare it with the real task, the T2 will be more precise, so more accurate. That will be probably the more accurate. So that's why I will probably do some let's say chopping compared with this Alaris. This one, of course, have one very nice I would say advantage. When you split wood, there is mass behind the blade. This one is there, so this is more safe thanks to the grind and these things. Vice versa, thanks about that about slicing, cutting, this is vice versa. There is no the mass behind the blade. I got long grind, nice and relatively thin behind the edge. Remind you, 0.6 of millimeters, which is something what I call starting slicer. So there my slicer starts on the thickness behind the edge. So this is excellent. So this one or this one. So for splitting, definitely this will be better and safer. This one is for the other tasks. So those are nice. I'd like to show you today, and some of those you will see in that next in use or test video. I would say a bushcraft test video coming soon. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Bye.